So my Bowadin, let me tell you about this Bowadin, all right? Because anyone who doesn't play Diablo doesn't understand that making a paladin with a bow is really shitty. It's not a good build, all right? So there are several bows in Diablo 2, but this one's my favorite, called the Kuko Shikaku bow. Okay, look at this purple bow. Oh, Kuko Shikaku. I was right. All right, that's close enough. All right, and one of its properties is instead of firing normal arrows, it fires explosive arrows. Great. So it does fire damage in a radius when you shoot it. Great, big deal. So what? What it doesn't say on it is that all sources of fire damage on your character get transferred to that radius. Okay, all of them. So if you have fire damage on your equipment, if you have fire damage on your skills or anything like that, it transfers to your bow, which means that even though normally the bow maybe does 50 damage, 100 damage in the radius, if you have something like this skill, Holy Fire, that adds 1700 fire damage to the radius and also hits twice as long as you hit the your target, that means you're adding 3000 fire damage to radius on every single arrow for free. No mana cost, nothing, right? And then you do dumb stuff too, like you start getting fire jewels that add fire damage. You fill your entire inventory with charms that add fire damage. So you're not just getting the 1600, you're adding like 3000 fire damage, 5000 fire damage to every one of your arrows, and you're just pumping out arrows. And then you get a razor tail belt that lets your arrows pierce targets, and then you're just like blowing shit up, everything that gets hit. And then when you line up the targets, literally, yeah, dude, well, this is what happens when you just play off-meta bullshit for years, is you memorize stupid things no one should know. Yeah, so the Kuko bow is literally the only thing that makes this build viable. I mean, there's a couple other bows that do the same thing, but I just prefer the Kuko. There's a crossbow called the Demon Machine. It's a little slower, it has a little bit more damage, but the break points are more forgiving if you're not trying to hit the high ones. So if you're like, and if you like having a crossbow, you know, there's that. Oh my gosh, look at these guys. And then of course you get to fire immunes, and you're like, well, how do I kill fire immune monsters? And answer to that is I just threw in 20 points into Holy Freeze, so I can add 2100 cold damage to my attacks instead. And then of course into the synergies here for resist cold, which adds like 5%, 15% a level, and salvation, all this stuff. So it really pumps up the damage, and of course Holy Freeze has the benefit also of freezing all the enemies around you. So when you're not on your primary element, you're slowing them down, which is good because, hey, you're not in your primary element, you need more time to kill them, right? So you go to Holy Freeze and then boom, everything slows down. You're like going into Neo mode. I am not expecting Matrix 4 to be good, by the way. I was considering, instead of doing Holy Freeze, to do Fanaticism as my secondary aura, because it would be a smaller skill point investment. But the problem with that is that if you're using a Kuko bow, it does very poor physical damage, so amplifying that is not really worth anything. What the Kuko bow has other than fire damage is a natural arrows piercing 50%. So having Holy Freeze with that, even though you don't do a lot, single target damage, your arrows pierce, so if you have a whole group of fire immune monsters, they pierce, and then, you know, it can go through and hit the monsters behind them. You can clear at a decent speed, especially because Holy Freeze damage is higher than Holy Fire damage. What is that? Did someone come here and kill these guys? Really? Oh wait, did I just kill them? Are my arrows literally piercing so well that I'm not even aware that they're killing things off screen? Yeah, good to see you too, good to see you too. I'm going down Magulary again. This is my jam, man. Most people hate this because their builds need like some room to operate, and my build needs the opposite. My build needs shooting things in a straight line. That's it. That's the gameplay. It's just shooting things in a straight line. Alright, here we go. Shooting beetles in a straight line. Alright, look at this. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, come on. Oh wow, there's like multiple unique beetles in a row. Alright. I really do love the idea that these beetles have like names, as if they have like personalities and stuff. Like, I actually feel a little bit bad just basically leading them to extinction. Run. And yeah, you can use Kuko bow on other builds too, but the thing is, if you don't have a way to add a lot of extra fire damage, like, yeah, you can throw on your charms like I've done here. But if you don't have a way to throw on a lot of fire damage, it's not going to help, right? Because you're just at a disadvantage. That's why, well, Paladin has Holy Fire, right? It's this aura that adds fire damage. The only other class that's really a good idea with this is the Sorceress. I don't know what her breakpoints are like, but she has Enchant, which you can get up there high with Warmth and Fire Mastery. So you can have Sorceress, you can throw Enchant on there, and then of course you have all the other benefits of being Sorceress, like you can teleport, you can use Static Field, assuming you want to play as a, you know, as a bow character and not as an actual sword. Then I would say you want to run up Enchant, get your fire as high as possible on your Kuko bow. I don't know if you can out fire damage the Holy Fire. You might be able to, but I have no idea. And then use things like Static Field and maybe get like one other skill to help you with immunes. Tell my beetle wife I love her. Oh man, don't make me feel bad. I already feel bad eating the $5 chickens from Costco. You ever eat one of these chickens and I just think like, yeah, of course there's like eating meat in general. People feel bad or they don't about it. Ooh, an Archon plate. But the thing that gets me with the chickens from Costco is like, they're $5, right? So I'm just sitting there thinking like, everything this chicken ever experienced, its life, its death, its fears, its desires. It probably had chicken friends, you know, whatever it is. Everything its whole life, every experience it's ever had is worth less than $5. Because of course some of that $5 is like shipping and handling fees, you know. Every experience that chicken had is worth $5 total. So, you know, it's a little sad. I think the same thing when I'm clearing these bastards out here. Alright, come on. And look, what's great about this... Yeah, hey, Zion! Zion is here. That's a lot of damage. Listen, Zion. Zion, did you see my tweet? Did you see my tweet? Tell me you saw my tweet, Zion. I won't take no for an answer. Okay, good. Did you sneak into the back end to see what I'm talking about? I'm not expecting you to. I'm just curious. For anyone who doesn't know, so I ran this gaming strategy website, toptiertactics.com, for like 6 or 7 years, and I have not touched it for like 6 or 7 years. And I decided to make a post on my on this gaming blog for the first time in 7 years tomorrow. It's not a very serious post. I ran, it's still up. Okay, well, you know what I mean, actively running it, actively posting, shitting up the internet with ideas. That's what I'm talking about, shitting up the internet with ideas. Okay? Because then for a couple of years I was just shitting up only EVE Online with my ideas for a while there. Yeah, it's still running. I wouldn't take it down, man. There's too many guides and stuff. Yeah, there's still, yeah, the COD lover. I still see comments on that COD piece. But there's stuff on there that you can't get. And you know what I noticed? Like, all right, so I was playing Diablo 2, Resurrected here, right? Like I'm playing this game, and I'm trying to figure out like, oh, what is the breakpoint for this? What's the name of that item? And I'm trying to find this. There's so many resources I took for granted back in the day. And the reality is they were only on people's personal blogs, or they were only on old forums that don't exist anymore. And I'm like, I can't take down my old strategy website. There's so many guides there that people... There's nowhere else to get this information. Assassin's Creed guide I wrote up, EVE Online Exploration guide, all those guides, the guides you put in there, the stuff we did for League of Legends, for Magic. Oh, an Rune. That's money. It's decent money anyway. Oh, get rid of this key. Get out of my face, key. I don't need keys. I need runes. There's so much stuff that only exists on that site. And it would be such a shame to get rid of it, at least not without giving people a chance to download it or preserve it in some way. So yeah, so there's that. You can't just get rid of that. And oh, you know what's funny? So I was looking for some guides, even I think on this build, because I'm like, I remember back 20 years ago there was this bow, and you could shoot explosive arrows and blah blah blah. I'm trying to find information about it, right? And I'm searching Google, can't find anything. I'm literally adding to like my search terms like old forum, Diablo 2, old forum, breakpoints, whatever, things like that. And finally, I find a post that's like 18 years old that has all the details in it, like, oh, here's the items you need, here's this, here's how you do the skills. And I'm looking at the post, and then I realize it's by a user named Wingspan, who registered on the forum 20 years ago. It was me. It was like time travel. I had traveled forward in time from 2001 to save myself 20 years in the future from looking this stuff up. It was actually kind of like an emotional experience, because I was like, I remember some of these forum names of these people replying to me. Like, I used to have an old clan. I used to run a Diablo 2 clan back in college and high school or whatever. Yeah, exactly, man. That was a crazy moment. It just felt like I've been in the video game off-meta strategy scene for literally my entire life, so that was crazy. I doubt there's too many other insane people building this kind of thing on Diablo forums for 20 years straight named Wingspan, so you never know. I still have people on Xbox Live, though, who message me and are like, are you really Wingspan? Like, no, man. There's lots of people out there pretending to be a fourth-tier YouTuber no one's ever heard of.
It's locked.
Oh, now there's a lock chest right after I throw away my key, right? Okay. I don't know, man. I've been on and off. I was on Eve Echoes for a long time there. It's just been a little rough to get in it. And I'll be honest, I was a little, what's the word? Disenchanted for a bit there. Nothing to do with all this stupid mining stuff that everyone's all pissed about now. Actually, and people don't believe me, but it's actually about Project Nova was the #1 thing. Like, I was 100% sold on the Eve Forever Dust 514 dream. The new Eve drama is fucking stupid, man. Okay. And I'm not going to try to minimize this down to nothing, because of course there's always, you can discuss balance changes forever. But essentially, a couple years ago, they decided to take one of the capital ships in the game, the Oracle, which is like the strongest, the highest tier mining ship. And it used to be really bad. It used to be not just bad, but like it wasn't fun to fly. There's no reason to fly it. It was just something you put inside your space station to give the rest of your mining things a boost. So they decided, you know what? What if instead of that we made it like the best mining ship in the game by a factor of like 10, and also at the same time we're going to release an update where people can inject skill points that other players extract. So not only can this capital ship now like outclass everything in the game, everyone could train into it overnight. They don't even have to take like the 2 years to train into it they normally would. So we're going to do those two things at the same time. And believe it or not, it kind of destroyed the ore economy in the game, because the amount of ore getting mined was unprecedented. The number of people injecting into this thing was unprecedented. Wow, really? +1 maximum damage after all that? Terrible. I gotta find a way. I have like trash in here. I'm never gonna use like why am I keeping a wall of the eyeless? All right, we're gonna put this in here instead. And by the way, for anyone who actually plays Diablo 2, you can actually switch between mouse and controller instantly. So it's really nice to like play with controller if you want, and then switch out and go into mouse and keyboard for this like inventory management stuff. So long story short, they borked the economy. It was really bad. Blah 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 blah. And now they're gonna try to fix it. Okay, they tried to fix it some ways. They made a resource scarcity, blah, blah, blah. Some people were mad about that stuff too. And now they're trying to fix it. They're trying to nerf the Oracle back into being like a support ship. And as you can imagine, all the people who spent thousands of dollars to inject their skills into Oracles are not happy. They're mostly goons, so their feelings aren't valid. But, you know, that's how it goes. Odds for cheap. I'm just going to find something. Just got to be a game with people in it. Stuff for gems. So anyway, people are mad. They're making the ship that used to be bad, that was good for too long, back in a ship that's not so good. They're making other changes, like, you know, they're adding like wastage and different types of mining in the game, which you know, honestly, I think that kind of thing you can't really get, you know, too upset about it ahead of time because you don't really know how it's going to play out. People say they're going to know. People love to talk how it's going to play out for newbies. We'll see how that happens, but you know, everyone, even in Diablo 2, I see people saying like, "Oh, they better not nerf this." Like, "Oh, I'll quit the game." Like, yeah, you know what? No one likes getting their stuff nerfed. Like, they're really going to pretend like there's people out there who are just, "Yes, please nerf all my skills. I'll be so happy." Of course they don't. But you have to look at the long-term balance of things. And of course, there's better ways and worse ways to go about it, right? There's always ways you can mess it up and do dumb stuff. But people just, you have to accept that games, in order to have balance, have to have nerfs and buffs to them. Like Destiny. Get out of here. I'm bringing up Destiny. Destiny. See, that's the thing. I don't get sour when they're like, "Oh, well, we have to nerf guns in Destiny." Like, of course you do. There's guns that are overpowered. You got like 500 guns in the game. How would anyone expect that the game's gonna be remotely balanced? Things have to get nerfed. Oh god. Oh, these guys do so much damage. He's chasing me. Oh, he does so much damage. Good night, sweet prince. See, the thing with this build is it does more damage the more tightly packed enemies are to each other. So when I'm trying to pick off single targets, it's not great. But when the explosions are hitting a guy and piercing them and then hitting the next guy, that's when you get the real damage. See, look at that. See what all the explosions happen when you're hitting them in tight group? That's what you want to see. You want to see the bugs burn. You want to see Starship Trooper form. That's what you want to see. Yeah, so Destiny, like, I don't know what the hell they changed to pissing people off this time. There's always going to be something. I totally get that people are mad that they took paid expansions out. Like, you paid for the expansion and they're going to delete it from the game. That's pretty fucked up. I think that you should have at least given people some kind of, like, oh, well, you paid $10 for this and now we're deleting it from the game. We're going to give you $8 in in-game credit or something. Or we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like something. It doesn't have to be the exact value because obviously you got to play the content for a certain amount of time. It's not like you got nothing out of it. But yeah, they got to do something. The rest, though, like, there's got to be balance. Who's going to balance the game? I'll tell you who's not going to do it. Players aren't going to do it. Players are not going to balance the game. Players' concept of game balance is something I don't trust. Alright, look at these guys. They're all decrepified into hell. I'm just going to actually... Oh, God. We can't kill them fast enough because we don't have... Jamali and I don't do an adequate amount of... I gotta find a way to run past these guys. And they're all decrepified down to like 0 FPS, but... Oh, a goal rune. I'll get that later. Oh, let me through! Let me through! I have a very important date with your boss. Alright, come here. Alright, you guys are dead. Kill these guys. I gotta kill these guys. I really, really wish my special aura would proc. Oh, they're possessed, that's why. Oh no. No, Jamali! You can't fight him, he's too strong. Oh shit. Oh no, Jamali's gonna die. I'm in over my head, and I didn't even get my Dole rune. Come here, come here, come here. Battlefield Portal, great idea, instantly used to make infinite EXP servers. What does that mean? What does the Battlefield Portal do? That's a Destiny thing? That's what you're talking about? Let me try this again. Kill this guy first. Oh, they have a lot of life. I guess because player's 8. Okay. I'm not going to be fighting these guys. This is suicidal. Okay, let's get out of here. This room is not for us, Jamali. Oh, no. This is a lot better. This is a lot better. You know, I don't mind taking some damage, but taking like... Alright, let me snipe this. Where'd he go? Oh. Yeah, you gotta shoot towards the wall so the explosions hit the wall. See that? You shoot towards the wall, explosions hit the wall behind them, everyone wins. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that seems like something that could get abused. You can't give players control. Players will exploit and take advantage of anything you create. You know what? I'm not enjoying fighting skeletons. They can't get leeched. Jamali here suffering. We're gonna go fight. Where's everyone else in here? There's a claw viper temple. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Stay a while and listen.
Farah's my girl. All right, Farah. I need some arrows stat. I need to go pick up some health potions. Here, we're gonna pick up some more of my. Look at this. This is why I stored all these potions here. Dull rune away. And again, I know it's not some kind of fancy top tier room here. And this is, again, you can't, yeah, must level faster, must always level, right? Player, you can't trust players. That's the thing. They're gonna find a way to break whatever it is. They always do. That's what they do. That's literally what they do.
To advise you.
And again, that's why, like, yeah, I totally get, that's what Eve players are gonna do. That's what everyone's gonna do. You see in Diablo 2, people are like, "Oh, you can never." I'll put the waypoint, guys. Here we go. Okay. See, I help these people out, and they can get BO. Battle orders. Chip has it. By the way, my character's name is Chip Jamal, because originally when I made this Holy Fire character, you know, Holy Fire is not a good skill, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this. The only thing Holy Fire is good for is for getting chipped gems. So I like the idea of making a guy who's going to get chipped gems, all of them. That's why his name is Chip Jamal. And then later, like halfway through the build, I'm like, oh, actually, this build is not bad. I can totally clear the whole game with this guy. And I can blow up some ghosts on that. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Ooh. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's another player? You coward! Don't run from enemies. Fight them. Look at this. Look at these people can't... Oh, man. Uh-oh. Someone was slain? Uh-oh. Alright, come on. Come on, people. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run. Oh, wait. How did I just lose so much health? When the hell did that happen? Did anyone see that? Is that just like game's glitching? I don't know if it's glitching or I wasn't paying attention or what, but to me it looked like all my health just evaporated into nowhere. Alright. Alright, gonna get some back here. Help people run faster. There's nothing here. Lock chest, no good stuff. By the way, the assassin in this game does not need to use keys to open chests, and I normally play as assassin. Hello, Scarlet. I normally play as assassin, so because you all know I love the stealth and cloaking characters and stuff. So I am not used to using keys, carrying keys, none of that stuff. I'm used to stealing shit. Ooh, Frostburn's drop. Nice. Look at this, lightning. Guys, can you just let me do my terrible damage? Get out of my way. Let me do my damage. Okay. I made a mean build for a reason. I've actually not used out damaging Lightning Fury. That is something that's not my repertoire. Oh man, we lost our battle orders. Here we go. I'm also not used to. Ooh. Just die. Werebear died. By the way, if you play this on controller, which I recommend everyone try if they have this game at least once, when a character dies, if they're on the same level as you, then your controller vibrates, so you always know when someone dies. You don't have to look. And when you're playing hardcore mode, which is the mode where every character, it's permadeath, every character has one life, you definitely really notice when someone dies. It's pretty fucked up. I did lose one hardcore character already, and that made me not play for like 3 whole days. So there's that. Get out of the way! Don't block both lanes! Stay to the right! Yield the right of way. Okay, come on. Fire, fire. Nice. Alright, get a duel, teleport, ice damage. I have no idea what I was talking about, by the way. I was losing my train of thought like 8 seconds in. That's what streaming does to you, kids. Streaming, not even once. Okay, these guys need to get fucked up. Okay, alright. That's enough from you. That's enough from you, little goat devil. Wow, this sword's really not doing any damage. I'm just literally not... I'm not used to doing anything. Never seen a pally use a bow. This is the new meta, baby. Welcome to the meme meta. Twitch.tv. Alright, let's see if this one's any good. No, it's trash. Let's see if this one's any good. No, it's trash. Alright, let's see if any of these people show up. No thanks. Okay, that's alright. No harm, no foul. Yeah, I put TTV in my name so I can be like, all the people in Apex Legends who just instantly abandon their whole team. I used to feel, yeah, it's terrible, man. You know what's funny though? Whenever anyone in my team is puts TTV or whatever is the name, I always go to their Twitch stream. I just want to see, do they even have a Twitch stream? Or like, are they any good? And like 99% of the time, they are not streaming. It looks like they've never possibly streamed. You know, I don't know what to say. I mean, I just assume that many of them are just teenagers where they gave it a go once. Something like that, and then it didn't work out and I gave up on it, which I totally understand, man. The idea of starting this up from scratch, like 0 viewers, is absolutely brutal. I tried to jump into streams before, and where there's like no one watching, and you're like the only one, and it is just, it's painful, man. It is painful. Then there's the opposite, right? Like, I don't know, when I was doing some of the Eve streams, and the first time that I had, like, I realized, like, oh my god, there's like 300 people watching, whatever it was. I was actually just freaking me out the whole time. I was just having like a mild anxiety the entire time. This idea, like, there's that many people just watching you basically get ready to mess up the whole time. Go back to Canyon. So the last time I went to one of those tombs and it was trash. Ooh. Clear the canyon out a little bit. There's a bit of a roadblock in there. There's too many people. Better to get some fresh air outside. Go to the canyon. Breathe in the hot summer air. Good for your lungs. But you see this definitely when you're hitting fire immunes. You do a little bit less, definitely less damage. More, it's like the more area damage, single target damage is still fine. Ooh, charm. I do not need to spend on. Then you get these mixed fire and lightning moons, and that's kind of gonna switch your attacks every single hit. I might go back and make a Vengeance Paladin at some point because I really enjoy the fact that they hit with like 3 elements and physical damage at once. Let's see. This character's name is Bocade. You guys got the wizard. Oh man, that's it's like physically painful to run down the wizard. The summoner! He's the summoner! How do you guys not know this? Come on, I just got killed. What is my mercenary doing? Just standing there? Do something, dude. I'm not paying. I didn't bring you back to life for nothing. Literally, I control your life and death. How will the lulls and yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, Werebear was slain again by Heliclan. And I still have no means by which I can identify these things. I gotta pick up some ID scrolls. It's like, they always just drop when you don't need them. Lost Emerald. Oh man, I was gonna steal that. Yes, I made a Call to Arms, which is a pretty expensive rune word. I've never made it before. I guess when I was a kid, I was too dumb to know how to farm for runes. How to get any of this stuff. Okay, here we go. This is my chance. These big brutes. But now I figured out, you know, some of the basic stuff here, and where are you guys? Dude, we're in the King of the Magi. Where are you? So we don't know which tower we're going to. Let me see here. Do I need a scroll? No, I did not need that. Alright, come on. Alright, I'm just gonna go into this tomb and see what's in here. What's in the box? Pain! Oh no! I hope everyone watched Dune, by the way. That movie was great. It was great. You know, I had just started reading Dune. I told myself, I'm going to finish this book before the movie comes out. And I was pretty lazy. I didn't finish it. I only got halfway through the book, but lucky me, it turns out they only made half the book into a movie. So it doesn't even matter that I didn't finish the book because they didn't finish the movie either. Too many enemies to fight. No! Jamali, no! No, Jamali, run for your life! I can't fight these guys at this much. Oh shit, he's stuck. Jamali, no! Okay, where do these people go? Right, now they're in the canyon. Okay.
Good day.
Let's see what we got here. Trash. And more trash. But yeah, Dune was really good. I only got through half the book so far, and then it's like the movie covered half the book. So I could tell you for a fact that it was very, very accurate to the book because that's exactly how far I got. And like, as I was watching, like they literally could not have done a better job portraying the events of this book into a film. Yeah, so I thought it was just superb. And you know, I saw people saying that it's too confusing, they couldn't follow the plot. Like, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of small stuff you can't get, like, oh, why is this here? Why are they calling it that? Like, first of all, the book's exactly the same. They don't explain the goddamn thing in the book. They basically just like are dropping proper names of things left and right with no explanation. Just like, you are now reading the Orange Catholic Bible. Like, the what? What? Why is it Catholic orange? Why is it orange? Like, nothing is explained in the book Dune. At least not anywhere in the first like 500 pages. You know, that's just how the story is. But there's really not that much to explain in the story. I mean, it's you know, there's two families. They hate each other. They're fighting over a planet. There's political intrigue, and also there's nuns that are witches. That's all there is to understand. There really is. There's really nothing else to understand in the story. It's very straightforward. Aqua Sandman. Oh, come on, dude. That is sacrilegious. You can't just say Aqua Sandman. Alright, wow. This is what my Diablo 2 memories are like. Just seeing like infinite screen effects blasting off non-stop that you can barely comprehend. Like this ice, fire, lightning with some traps, arrows flying everywhere. I have no idea what's going on. How much damage am I doing? 3,000. I finally broke 3,000 damage. I think it may be due to a buff from one of the other players. But no, I'm going to take credit. Let me absorb these corpses thing.
I can't carry it.
Like, I didn't actually even, I didn't personally enjoy Blade Runner 2049. Like, I totally get why people enjoy it. Like, I thought it was very well made. I just didn't enjoy. I feel like the word enjoy is the operative word there. It did not feel enjoyable to watch. It felt depressing and void causing, maybe is the right word. By the way, Diablo 2 is ruining my impression of gems are supposed to be. I guess I associate gems with this clinking sound on the ground. I don't think they don't make that sound at all. Did I get to steal that rune or not? Oh, the other good thing about controller, no I didn't, is that sometimes you can steal stuff really fast. Because you don't have to move a mouse cursor to pick anything up, you just literally tap A button to pick things up. So as long as you run over to it, that's not you can grab it really quickly. Let's mess these guys up. Let's mess these guys up. Look at this, look at this. Oh my god. Elemental chaos is off the charts. It's like the ending to the original Ghostbusters. Just like plasma bullshit going everywhere. Oh no, 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 no. I'm taking this down. Keep forgetting to upgrade my you know, I'm just gonna put my this thing up so I can erase the corpses, because that's the real problem. The corpses are spawning faster than you can kill them. Like, how are you guys not killing me? Like, I understand why I'm not killing because I have a joke build. Come on. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna kill the unrattlers. Someone's gotta do it. Okay, come here. Come here, unrattlers. You're about to get unraveled. If you want to destroy my unraveler, hold this thread as you walk away. Alright. I won't be singing anymore on stream today, I promise. Alright, there we go. We're gonna get rid of it. Someone's gotta clean up this mess. Tough job, but someone's gotta do it. Alright, there's nothing here. There's nothing to write anything down. Always I say there's nothing down here, so I crack open every single pot and hook and get something. But I just mean the exit is never this way. Okay. Lots of extra damage, lots of extra life. Oh, here it is. Here's Dury. Here's Duriel. Oh, an orifice. That's a good sign, guys. We have found an orifice. Now here's the part where we do this. Alright, so we're going to drop these arrows. We're going to drop this extra health potion. We're going to go in here. We're going to fight Duriel. And when he dies, what's going to happen is we're just expanding the button to get every single drop we can get. Do it right. People can't see what drop. Oh, I just got this. The worst drop of poleaxe. Alright. Wasn't fast enough. Actually, it was just unlucky with what I grabbed. Alright. Well, alright. So I'm at 70% of the way up to the next level. And I have one flawless gem to show for it. Alright. Cube these things up. Sometimes I'm just lazy enough. I'm like, I'm going to use the controller here. Here we go. I don't need that. Alright, so they want to go to Aquarium. Don't tell me they want to fight the Traveling Call. I don't think they're ready for it. But if they want, we can do it. I'll meet them there. Your chat is bugged. Shut up! Big time. What game is this? Get out of here. Are you gonna hop in here? Hey! Oh, Comcast. Well, that explains everything. You don't even need to say anything else. I don't even know why you... You should have just said the word Comcast when you first joined the stream, so everyone knew that everything bad that happened to you was clearly the result of Comcast. Alright, so, big time. Look at this, man. I got my Holy Fire Bowadin. This is it, man. This is my build. I have gotten this thing down to like 9,000 DPS. I'm killing Stormtree in a player's 8 game with like 5 arrows, okay? Look at this, just mess people up. Come here, get in there, baby. Show them what's for. Alright, look at this. This is it. Lower Cuirassed. Oh, I see. Someone just came in here and cleared it out already. That's like a magic find run. That's why it's empty. Okay. So where are the other players? They're the docks. They probably want me to open a portal to the... Don't tell me they're going to take this. They probably want me to open a portal that goes over to Travancore.
Yes.
Don't take that. Alright, we're gonna go Trav. People love skipping Act 3. And it's because it's the worst act. That's all there is to it. Trav up. If you want it. I don't know if the Travancore's already dead. My guess is they are, because by now something would have shot at me. Yes, they're dead. Trav is dead. Okay, sorry guys. Hey, Jamali, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life, but it appears that you are letting snakes that are 1 inch from your 55-inch pike kill you. I would not recommend that course of action. Is this my second character in Hell? Yeah, this is my second character in Hell. I'm going to join a different game. So, my first character is my assassin. And then there's this character. Here, I'll show you some of my characters, right? So my first character is Watch Your Step, who is a martial arts dragon talent assassin. Stealth mode, teleport mode, kicking things in the face mode. This is what my YouTube video the other day was with this character. Just blinged her out to hell. My second character is actually this. I was just going to make a bone necro called Demented Dentist. I never really got that far with him. I just kind of got bored with it. I might go back, but you know. I made a hardcore character that died, Bo character. She's dead, so I deleted her. And then Chip Jamal, who was my Chip Gem, all searching characters, searching for Chip Gems, because he's using Holy Fire. But anyway, he's the guy I was playing with. So I'll just show you real quick what I'm rocking on this guy. So yeah, this is my second one in Hell. I did clear Hell solo with my meme Bo Paladin. I just want to say that. All right, I killed Bale with this dude. All right, so Kuko bow. All right, and again, this is the bow that shoots explosive arrows and pierces, and that's critical because all fire damage on your character goes to the explosion. So when you're running level 32 Holy Fire, it adds 1,600 fire damage to attack plus 1,600 fire damage to explosion. That's 3,000 fire damage per arrow. You're shooting 2.5 arrows per second, so you're doing like 9,000 fire damage a second. Okay. I got this beautiful tiara plus 2 skills, faster run walk, plus 19 resist all. How does Hell work? I'll explain that in 1 second. I threw a fire fast in there, built a treachery armor, pretty basic, but it gives 45% increased attack speed. That's the important thing, as well as the chance to cast Fade, because when I have Fade activated, I have 85 cold resist, 85 fire resist, and 75 everything else. I got a razor tail belt, which allows your arrows to pierce even better. I don't know if I really need it, but I like it. Lava Gout, super, super undervalued gloves. For a couple of reasons. Yes, they do increase attack speed. They add fire damage, which again goes double to your explosion. But then they have 2% chance to cast level 10 enchant. That adds a little bit more fire damage, which again gets doubled. But more importantly, it like triples your attack rating, which is huge because this character has no attack skills. So it increases your attack rating. These are all offensive aura charms to get my offensive damage higher. It really bothers me. That one's a little lower than the other ones. All right. I did get a torch for cheap for some guy who didn't know what torches are worth and just basically gave it to me for free. And that's it. And then my skills, if you look at this, I got Holy Fire maxed out and Holy Freeze maxed out. And then I have their primary synergies here, resist cold and resist fire, that also raise your max fire and cold resist. I got extra points of salvation. I got 1 point in most of the defensive auras, just because why not? I got +7 to skills, +8 to skills. It's good to have them. You run faster, get curses off you, and then get health and mana easy. And I have nowhere else really to put skill points outside of that. The only place you could put skill points if you want to do this build outside what I've done is in Blessed Aim, because while it is inactive, you still get 5% bonus per level for it. So you could max it out and double your attack rating, but I didn't really think it was worth it. And I actually did try using Conviction. I tried to do Conviction, but Conviction actually in Diablo 2 Resurrected is bugged, and it does not work with bows. So that was not, it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be like a melee only skill. It's just supposed to be a skill. But yeah, currently it doesn't work. So as a result, what I was just showing with this character is, the attack damage here is not quite accurate because, we have to proc enchant, and you also proc venom off of your armor. So it gets a little higher than this, but you're looking at somewhere around 3,000 damage in arrow again. So again, that's pretty decent. The attack rating, once enchant goes live, and once your merc is out there, it gets up to like 5,000-6,000, which is plenty fine. But here's the other thing, big time. Here's the thing you should know, is that the explosion, although your arrow has to hit for your attack rating, the explosion from the Kuko bow and any other exploding arrow bow does not use your attack rating. So it doesn't actually matter what your attack rating is. You can just blast these explosive arrows everywhere and hit everything all the time, putting it to stun lock all the time, and it does not require attack rating for that to work. Of course, if they're fire immune, it doesn't damage them. It still stun locks them sometimes, but that's the magic of it. So as a result, and by the way, I'm switching armor soon. This armor is required 131 strength. I'm actually going to bring that down to an armor that's like a basic armor, 40 strength. I'm going to pull 100 points out of strength. I'm going to pull my dex down to like lower, I don't know, another 30 points down. So it's going to be 130 points. I'm going to have 500 vitality, which is going to bring you up to like 2,000, almost 2,000, maybe 1,700 base life. So once I hit battle orders and all that stuff, I'm going to have like 3,500 life. I don't know. It's going to be, for the first time in my life, I'm going to have a life. So that's going to be brilliant. And then, yeah, you have max resist. You have 15 damage resist from Fade. You have 9,000 damage a second for free with no mana requirements, by the way. So again, you can just blast. You can't get mana burned. Nothing can stop you mana-wise. You can never run out of. You can run out of mana. It doesn't matter. You don't need mana to run the build, and you just run around like a maniac shooting exploding arrows. The one thing that I had a really hard time clearing on this build was the ancients, right? Because the ancients can spawn fire immune, they can spawn cold immune, all that stuff. And I was having a really hard time beating them. I was resetting them over and over. And what happened was, I forgot, well, I was playing online, it's an online character, and at some point I made a portal and I kind of like forgot about it. And then like I wasn't even paying attention, and some like level like 95 Torque joined the game, teleported to the area summit and killed the ancients in 8.5 seconds. So I wasn't even aware that someone was joining my game. I was trying to solo them, but then it was like, oh, I guess someone killed the ancients for me. I didn't ask for help, I didn't want help. I guess they just noticed I had a portal up and just joined in. So I was a little bummed. I wanted to be able to prove I could do it. I was slowly doing it. I was just really cheesing it. Really cheesing it with Holy Freeze. And here you see I'm just going to use Cleansing and get this curse off of me sooner. And by the way, Fade also reduces curses on you. But Fade is not active right away, right? So you got to activate it. How? By getting hit. There's only a 5% chance of it activating, but it'll get activated. You don't need to go out of your way to do it. Someone should do a write-up on top 3 tactics this build. I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, no one's ever going to see it. But But yeah, man, doing a write-up would be great. Thinking about doing a YouTube video too. Yeah, it's a crazy build, right? It's like it's the kind of thing that only exists on internet forums from 2002, written by insane people like me when we were teenagers. So that's it. It's very hard to find this kind of information these days because it's just in people's heads. This game has too many items. In a lot of ways, you know, it's like Magic the Gathering, it's like Destiny. It's like any of these games that have like a bajillion items and a bajillion item class, character classes and all this stuff. Like, there's just no way for anyone to keep all that knowledge in their head. I mean, I've memorized all of it because I'm a nerd. But I mean, like a normal person with social skills, they can't do that. That's what influencers are for, to be nerdier than normal people. See, look at this. So the arrows penetrate, and again, the more enemies there are, the better, because every time the arrow penetrates, it hits the enemies behind. Every time it penetrates, it causes explosion. So if you hit one enemy, it does double damage because it's a hit and explosion. If you hit two, it does quadruple damage. If you hit three, it does 8 times damage. You see what I'm saying? It's exponential. So the more enemies there are, the faster they die. You just gotta get them really close to each other. And that's why stuff like River of Flame, like, I don't even know if I feel like clearing Chaos Sanctuary, or if I've done it. I've beaten hell on this character, but it's not fun versus clearing River of Flame on this is easy because everything just lines up for you. You just get your arrows lined up and it's like bowling here. And here we're at the Sanctuary. As I'm talking about, I'm not sure if I want to clear it now. I'm at the Sanctuary. I'll take Resist Lightning only to know this. So look at that, I get Mana Drain. It doesn't matter, my build doesn't use mana. Alright, here we go. And Venom Lords, these guys are annoying because they're fire immune. These guys are fire immune. Again, I hit them with the cold. But then there's a million of them. It's like, oh, I really gotta clear these guys out one at a time. And it's not one at a time, you see, like the arrows penetrate, it hits the ones behind them. And you can get like some pretty decent clear speeds, but you're not at like Source level. Usually you'll see cold is best here. I mean, the Oblivion Knights are cold immune, but of course something has to be cold immune or there'll be no challenge. You just stutter step. And if you have not, Big Time or anyone else who's been playing this, if you haven't played with controller yet, you gotta try it. It's just really chill. They did such an amazing job making the controller work in this. Like, before this, I was so skeptical. Like, this game will never work in a controller. It's stupid to even imagine it could. And now I'm like, oh, controller is like possibly better way to play than using mouse and keyboard. It's just so comfortable, but also there's so many little quality of life things. Like, yeah, inventory management sucks, but let's be real, inventory management kind of sucks in Diablo to start with. But look at this, man. This is a joke build. And I have a couple expensive items. Like, yeah, I got a torch. And yeah, I spent some money on a facet and things like that, right? But this build ultimately comes down to a bow that you can get for like 3 perfect gems, all right? And a belt that you can get for a couple of perfect gems. That's the build. That's the whole build. Everything else is basically optional. You need a tiny amount of increased attack speed. I think just you just need to get Treachery Armor, which is one of the cheapest armors, Rune Word armors in the game. That's it. And look at this. And then you have Holy Freeze at any time. You're taking damage, you're in trouble, your mercenary's in trouble. You just freeze everything down to like a crawl. So even if you're in trouble, man, you just look at this. Look, I don't have any blocking, nothing. I have no like real defenses. All I have is slowing things down and then standing there like a maniac. Clear the corpses out. You got corpse clearing. All right, get these out of here. I don't need this. I don't need to keep more than like 400 arrows. You don't need that many arrows. I'm not. If Hawkeye doesn't need 400 arrows, I don't need 400 arrows. And by the way, oh, you got it on PlayStation. That's nice. Oh, that's right. You were one of those lucky people who actually got a PS5. Like, right? You got a PS5, and it didn't take you 500 years to get it. And I will say, fighting these guys is not my sense of fun. So I'm gonna put a portal here first. I'm just expecting them to come in and destroy me. Come on, Jamali, fight them. I believe in you, Jamali. Look, all he's got to do though is stay alive. And keep in mind, I'm using Battle Orders to double his health. I'm using Holy Freeze to slow everything down. He's got like decent gear, right? But still, look, they just flock to him. I slow everything down by like 50%. Alright, see this? Look at that. Boom. Easy mode. Look at that! This is a joke build, man. There's like serious builds out there that have a harder time with this than mine. Oh, thank you. Thank you. A 31? Aw. Just so you guys know, I'm just viewing the stream chat through OBS, so if there's anything going on outside the actual chat of the text, I can't see it. I can just see the chat itself. Oh, this guy's a lightning and fire. Okay, I don't do any lightning damage. Stormcasters, boo-hoo. I do not prefer to be ants. That is not my idea of fun time. So we're gonna get that off here. Let's see. Do I have anything in my inventory that has any? No. Alright, come on, clear these guys out. Get out of here. It's in the North Pole. Oh. Oh, so what are you talking about then? Then how did you tried it? Have you been test driving this PlayStation then? Even if it's supposed to be wrapped up in a box, you decided you're gonna have a peek. Were you doing that thing where you talked about how you installed the updates for your kids ahead of time, but really it's just so you can get a chance to play Miles Morales yourself? Okay. Now we're gonna go fight the our favorite boy. Hey Jamali, I could use some help over here. See, man, I got your back. And the Lord Deceased comes crumbling down. Alright, here we go. Okay, come on. Let's go, let's go. We only got one more baddie to take down before we fight Diablo. And, oh no, champions. I'm thankful that champions don't have different immunities than normal ones, because I'd never get them when I said. And I love when people whine about the immunities. Like, yeah, it kind of sucks. At the same time, it's just like, why don't you build your character so that you can deal with at least 2 different types of damage? It's not that bad. Okay, portal on that. It's 3 portals on the ground. Another amp. Remember when these guys used to cast, what was it? They used to cast Iron Maiden, and they would just, they would instantly fuck you up if you're melee classic. That was just like instant death. Ice, ice, ice. Oh no, they took away my battle command. Alright. The Jamai's got a I don't really want to fight all these guys, but I know if I go and kill that ghost. No, Jamali, I won't let you die today. You will die one day, but it won't be today. Someday, somewhere you will die, but it won't be here, and it won't be today. See, I get mana burned to hell, it doesn't matter. Alright, come here. Keep these guys cold. Remember when my fish... Oh, your fish! You still have your fish tank set up? That's great. I actually just assumed that most people who ask me for aquarium advice, that literally they ignore it and all their fish die. So it's actually really heartening to hear that. Oh no, they spawn right on top of you? Oh, get out of here. That is so terrible. That is great. What kind of fish do you have? What do you have in the tank?
Not even death can save you.
Yeah, it's what kind? Oh, all right. Yeah, tetras are hardy, man. All right, here's Diablo. Here's Diablo. I actually don't know what kind of resist Diablo has. But see, that's not bad. I'm tanking that. All right, look at that. We already have him down pretty low. Look at that. We got Diablo at half health in like 10 seconds here. I gotta make sure my own health doesn't go down. The other thing that's funny about this build is I can actually switch to this sword and shield thing and just like actually use it with a fast attack, because most of my damage again is most of my damage is in the explosion, which this is trash by the way, which doesn't need to hit. And there we go, we killed Diablo in hell difficulty with my meme build. Nice, 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 nice. I didn't gain any real experience for this effort, but I you know, I got through that.
Good day.
What is this, an Alders? Heaven's Brethren. Oh, that's real bad. That is extra trash. Okay. Let me go over to Act 5 and see what I can... see if there's anything good there. Anyone getting the stuttering? I feel like I'm getting a lot of stuttering on my screen. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the stream or what. It's probably running the stream. But I've also noticed that Diablo in general, like, kind of gets janky the longer you play it and eventually crashes. Oh man. What time is it, by the way? 11:15. That's not so bad. Alright, let's go over to Crystalline Passage. So, no one here on the stream can see, but so I got one monitor for the stream, I got one monitor for the game, I got my computer tower, and then 3 inches to the right of that, of course you all know I have my 20-gallon fish tank, which I've featured on my YouTube channel a long time ago on purpose, and then also featured on streams by mistake several times. But my fish decided to jump out of the tank, so they're still doing all right. Most of those fishies are still around. I have a rubber lip plico that decided it did not want to die. I actually had thought it was dead for quite some time. I'm not saying that like in a happy way. I just had not seen this fish for 3 years straight. So if you haven't seen a fish in a fish tank for 3 years straight, you assume it's dead, right? As I was moving out of my apartment at one point, I'm like, I cleared out all the water out of the fish tank. All the water's gone. You know, all the decorations, the driftwood, and all the other stuff I have in there was all gone. And I'm like, well, all right, I gotta transfer some of the gravel out, right? Because I want to preserve the gravel. It's got electrolytes the fish crave. Really, what it has in it is it has beneficial bacteria that are good for the fish tank. And now this is the part where Big Time's gonna know what I'm talking about, because this is what I was like giving him a lecture about all years ago. Yeah, well, all right. So they're definitely like slightly nocturnal, and I hadn't seen it. So I was cleaning out the gravel, and then my hand is like touches something under there, and I find the body of this plico. I'm like, oh my god, this plico! I found its corpse. It was buried under the gravel, like an inch under the gravel. I'm like, that's weird. Like, considering it's dead, it's not particularly decomposed. It feels a little slimy, but that's it. And then it just jumps out of my hand. The thing was totally fine. It was totally alive. It was just apparently sitting in my tank, buried under the gravel for months. What is it doing? Hibernating? It was totally fine. And that's it. I transferred it over. So I was shocked. I legitimately thought it was dead. You know, again, how could something just be on a site for multiple years and still be alive? That's what people are thinking about me in my stream. Like, Wingspan hasn't been seen for multiple years. Clearly he's dead. It actually feels like an apt analogy here. I'm not dead. I was just doing my own thing under the gravel, okay? Alright, get out of here. Do I want to go Icy Cellar? I don't know how deadly it is down there. But if it's got those big abominable guys, those are always fun to blow up. Basically, the way I decide where to go in a game, the 4th best plico, yeah. The way I decide where to go in Diablo has nothing to do with magic finds or gear. It has to do with which enemies are the most fun to blow up. Like, these guys are fun. They're super deadly too, which I like the challenge of it, you know. They come back to life. You know when they don't come back to life? When you use an aura that clears out their corpses. Oh, whoops. Whoops. You're going to purgatory, buddy boys. Alright, let's see here. Alright, here we go. You just can't let them get close enough that they can use their charge, because that's when you get stun locked. You get stun locked, you die into the pits, blah blah blah. There you go. Blow these guys up. Blow them. No mana. I don't need mana. Just build. Oh, that's a lot of that, guys. Alright. But see, when you group them up, then they die faster. Or Ral Room. Come on, you can do better than that. Don't sheep out on them. Clear their bodies out. Give your battle command. Alright, come on, let's keep going. And by the way, this build totally works without battle command. I know Call to Arms is an expensive rune word. I've literally never owned it before I made it for this build, so you just gotta play a lot smarter than I'm playing. Like, you see me running around like a maniac at full speed and running right into huge groups of enemies like this. You could totally play with half the life pool. You just gotta not be an idiot. What I also mentioned before is that I currently have way too many points in strength and dexterity. I'm going to have like 500 vitality, so you would actually have more life than I would at base. So again, it's not nearly as suicidal as it looks. This is a very cheap build. You do not need anything other than a Kuko bow and a razor tail. And yeah, having these offensive grand charms helps. But even those aren't expensive because nobody wants them. There's no paladins out there making a whole build around offensive auras. Except for people playing with Holy Fire and Holy Freeze, which is basically nobody. Conviction maxes out at level 25. So no one is slamming that up. You're not getting damage at fanaticism enough to warrant lots and lots of charm. If you want charms, you want like damage charms, not skill charms. So Holy Blessed Hammer doesn't need this. No other paladin stuff needs this. So it's like combat charms have some value. Offensive charms have very low value. Defensive charms have no value because nobody builds defensive aura paladins, which is a shame. But it's not a shame, it's just because they're not particularly primary skills. They're more like utility skills. Yeah, you want to see what my Merc's got? You're talking about my Merc, bro? I don't fuck around with my Merc, man. So my Merc has a Rock Stopper helmet, which this is not even a good roll on it. I got this basically for free. No, I didn't trade for this. It dropped. So this is giving faster hit recovery, giving him extra life. It's giving him lightning fire res and reducing all physical damage by 10%. I have a Duriel shell. Again, this is super cheap. I have an ethereal one on my main character, which I was also going to upgrade to elite. But again, it makes it so a bunch of resist, makes the Merc can't be frozen, a lot of extra defense and extra life, but most importantly, Reaper's Toll, which slows enemies with Decrepify, makes them take more damage, and has 14% life stolen per hit. But then you cast Battle Command, Battle Orders on him, and just like it's increasing my life by 60%, it's increasing his life by 60%. But again, I'm my assassin. Oh, here we go. Here's Frozenstein, or whatever his name is. Yes, guys, group up more. Oh, I don't even have my aura on. That's why I'm not doing any damage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at him melt. Look at that. Come on, that's a joke. That was great. That's easy mode. Anya's not here because I already saved her. Wait, if I saved Anya, why are these monsters just sitting here? You tell me these monsters just sit here for hours at a time, standing in this little square, doing nothing. Old school graphics. Here we go. Look at this. It's still epic. It's still epic. And I love that you can just switch that on and off. I'm gonna clean up these corpses. I'm not a big fan of leaving a big bloody mess all over the place. Here, look at this. I'm gonna go into sword mode. And you still do almost the same amount of damage. And you have a shield. Yeah, my weapon switch, I just have a Call to Arms, which was a terrible roll, and a Spirit Shield. And I just found this in cows. It was like super low, but that's why I want low strength. So I have low requirements. 80% of the way to level up. But having a tanky Merc, I feel like, is one of the, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of required. It's required for this build, basically. But then on top of that, I just feel like it's just, again, quality of life, where it's like, I just can't be rezzing a merc every 10 seconds. I'm not interested in doing that. I always check, what is this? I always check Anya to see if she's got any good claws. Again, because my primary is an assassin. Even though I'm not going to switch, I don't even use claws on her, then whatever. I'm just looking for, what can I say? I like shopping. Discount deals. Now, one thing I'm not quite sure of is clearing this out. These
By the
guys
light, what is this
are
place?
cold immune or fire immune. Oh, they're nothing. I'll tell you what they're not. They're not arrow immune. Ah! Let's clear their corpses out. Get out of here. Okay. And again, these guys out here. But watch. So here's what I'm talking about with controller, right? So I'm just going to hold down attack. I'm just holding the trigger button on my wingspan controller, by the way. And all it does is it's just going to keep acquiring whoever the closest target is. So you don't have to manually target anything if you don't want to. And yeah, this is my wingspan Xbox controller. If anyone's ever seen this, it's the wingspan orange, white, and gray. Look at this. I got this on Xbox Design Lab. You gotta love it. It's not for sale. It's just something that I need for myself. Actually, I got it years ago when the Design Lab first opened. It's actually kind of, one of the bumper buttons isn't doing so hot. So I actually ordered a new one for the use code Wingspan at checkout. Yeah. No, use code Kaldari, whatever I use in my book. Here. And that book, by the way, is now at 17,000 downloads, I believe. So that's 17,000 more people have read my book than read the Goon book, The Fountain War, which was never produced. So got that going for me, which is nice. Arrows. All right. I need scrolls.
Hello.
All right. I don't need this. This is crappy. All right. Let's see what else. I'm gonna leave this game and go to a larger player game and see if I can just smash that last couple percentage to a level up here. Moo cows. Yeah, and you know, this build actually does decent in cows too. Believe it or not. Again, it doesn't do insane damage or anything, but it does enough damage. That's what matters. And it group cows 3. I don't know about that. I kind of would like to do cows just to show you what it's like. I just need to find a game that looks like it's actually still running. Bale walking. Blah, blah, blah. Act 2, don't MF here. Well, that's a good way to get people to magic finding a game. Tell people not to come do it. Cows now 3. Alright, 3 minutes. Let's go. How'd the Splinter Cell book end up doing? It didn't end up doing, man. I don't know what the number of downloads on it, but it was very, very low. I think ultimately the unfortunate reality is that, you know, that Splinter Cell multiplayer wasn't popular. Not popular enough, you know? You look at the scale of, like, how many people play a game, and it just was not enough to sustain purchase. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. This is Tristram. I went in the wrong portal. What happened here? Oh, there's the portal. Oh, a steel skull? Alright. Alright, so look here. By the way, when I first go to these games, I'm always trying to get hit because I'm trying to get my fade to proc. See, I can do damage to cows, but again, if they're closer together, they take more damage. See, and now my fade is procced. Okay, come on. I'll help you with these extra fast cows. See, they just take double damage when next to each other, so that's the secret. That's the secret, Phobos. I'm always dealing double damage. Ooh, a conviction cow. Speaking of Splinter Cell, there's some conviction. trying to slow him down so his jabs don't leave me alive. If he would just aggro on my Merc. There you go. Not even a thank you. Here you go. Take some extra life. Wow. The Javelin the same way, except the Javelin is actually good build. Whereas the closer the monsters are to each other, the more damage it does. The other thing I'm looking for in cows, ooh, extra fast cows, is I'm looking for trellis armor. That's what I want to build my next armor out of in terms of like a base for a rune word. So I'm like, please, someone drop trellis armor on the ground. I know it'll never happen because it's not the kind of thing anyone ever sees or drops or keeps. Sometimes, again, I just pick up claws because I'm so used to playing assassin. I see assassin. I see assassin stuff and I just need to get it. Everyone's cleared all stuff out already. There's one cow. 2 cows. 1 cow, 2 cow, red cow, blue cow. Oh, whatever. Jamali can fight him. Alright, people cleared all this out already. Oh, what's this guy? Oh, I see, because he's lightning immune. But he's not cold immune. He's not fizz immune. And again, look at this. This guy's putting out crazy damage. My Merc's surviving just fine. He's taking everything. And I have, 85, 75% on resist, so these things are not going to do anything serious to me. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Clean up some of these bodies. Run faster. Just look. Again, I'm just trying to find... Every now and then I pick up a belt. You never know. It could be good. Probably is not good, but it could be. Sun Spirit. Is this good? No. But you never know. Oh man. Alright, let's see here. Come on. See, look at this. See, single target damage. Terrible. Oh, there we go. There's some cows to kill. That's what I'm looking for. Chain reaction. This is damage, see? And then they melt. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna hit him from the back. Jamali's gonna hit him from the front. I'm incredible. Incredible. I was actually just shocked that there's any cows left alive. Where is everybody? They all split up now? No, they're all still here. They're all in different parts of the map.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna go to town, and then we're gonna go over back to the bug hole. See what we can do there.
Good day.
What's great about these cow games is that people will join it thinking the cows are still being run. That's trash. That's trash. That is trash. Trash. Alright. You never know. You never know. I'm a lot more patient with some of the trash gear than other people, which probably makes me a bad player, but that's okay. Alright, going back to my bug hole. We got like 7 players in the game, so we're gonna get a massive boost experience and loot. Beetle first. I love some of the names of these guys. Like, that's one of the names that's like always there. It's an auto-generated name. That's like a real character in Diablo lore. Is that there's a beetle named Beetle Burst. And again, it's like, who named him? Beetleborgs. Don't bring up Beetleborgs, dude. You're just giving me flashbacks to my childhood. It's funny, I used to shit on Beetleborgs all the time as a kid, even though I would watch it. Like, I guess I realized it was a terrible show, but I still watched it. My jam back as a kid was actually VR Troopers. I don't know if anyone remembers that. But again, it was just like everyone had to have some kind of Power Rangers rip-off show in the 90s. So there was that Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, and I don't know. I feel like those are the main ones. I'm sure there's tons of other ones. VR Troopers. You know the thing with VR Troopers is that they had kind of like these. The toys were like Transformers, so that's what was cool when you bought the toys. Had 2 teenage fighters from Beverly Hills. No, I don't remember that. Remember Street Sharks? I have no idea, like, Street Sharks. It's just like the dumbest idea ever. Alright, what if we made heroes that are ugly sharks and they tunnel into the street? And we'll call them Street Sharks, and kids will pay for this. That's amazing. Exo Squad, shut up, dude. Exo Squad was the greatest show. Exo Squad was like one of those deep 90s cartoons, similar to like Batman the Animated Series, where like characters actually died and you felt bad for the villains. Exo Squad was amazing. You know the other... Dude. Exo Squad was a work of art. And the toys were also amazing. The toys had the spinal jack in them. So it wasn't just in the show. You could actually hook into your character's spine in the toy when you attach them to their exo unit. It was crazy. Yeah, Exo Squad was great. What were those things that snapped onto the figures? Which figures? Which figure are you talking about? I mean, Exo Squad was so fucked up. It was basically a whole show about eugenics and racism in the format of like Starship Troopers. Where like, what if we had an enslaved subspecies of humans, but they weren't actually humans because we genetically engineered them, but they still have like a mind and they still want human rights and things like that. And then what happens if they just decided that they're going to revolt against us and destroy Earth, you know? Like, well, we kind of had it coming. It felt like we had it coming, and that was like bad. You know, we shouldn't have done that. So I really thought that was just a really interesting show, much better than a lot of the other Drek out there. Then you had just fun, stupid shit like Freakazoid, which is like, why does this show exist? It's just so stupid. Ed Asner being like one of the main characters, but wow, that show was fun. My parents actually really liked Freakazoid. I don't know, I can't tell you why, but they just like how silly it was. They liked, there was that Martian whose name was Moron. His name was Moron, and he would come to Earth, and he had demands, but he couldn't remember what they were. Like, he was sent by his masters to make some kind of demands of Earth. And he's like, I am Moron. I come to planet Earth with an important message for all mankind. And they're like, Moron, what is your message? And he's like, ooh, he just couldn't remember his message. He would just sit there like an idiot trying to remember it. Like, is it war? Do you bring war? Oh, hold on a second, guys. Hey, that worked. Look at that. Look at that. You can't emote. Let's see here. Ooh, a rare jewel. I'll take it no matter what it is. I love rare jewels. I literally don't care how bad they are. I'll always take... There's something about rare jewels that just gets me really excited. I just think they're cool. And I like to imagine getting like a 6-socket phase blade and just putting 6 terrible rare jewels in it that don't share any stats. That way, I don't know why. I just like to imagine owning a phase blade that has 36 different stats. And would it break the game? Would it even fit on the screen? I don't know. Okay, time to die. To die. So anyway, Freakazoid. What is Silverhawk? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going back to this. You're talking about Exo Squad being like a lacrosse show. Yeah, that's totally true. It has that feel to it. When is the United States going to get its first Evangelion-like show? You know, show that feels like it's like lacrosse, but then basically you just end up hating your life afterwards. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. See, I get super overconfident. Like, ever since I got the battle call to action, whatever it's called, arms here, I just get super, super overconfident in my tankiness, which is not a good look. Like, don't get me wrong, I can definitely face tank a lot of stuff, but it's way less than I believe I can face tank. Like, look at this. Do you see that? Just the whole hallway gets cleared out in like 5 arrows. This is also a really good area to run with Fire Elemental Druid. Because first of all, there's like no fire immunes. That's level 1. But level 2 is that you have Molten Boulder, which if you, again, this is like one of those things where no one uses Molten Boulder, so people don't know the properties of it. But one of the properties of Molten Boulder is that basically it goes in a straight line, and it knocks enemies back, and it keeps knocking them back forever until they hit a wall, okay? And it can strike like, I don't know, some obscene number of times per second. Like it can hit like 10 times a second. And the damage is high too. The damage is like, 5,000 damage. It's mixed fire physical, right? So you get into an area like this with Molten Boulder, and you got a big line like this. You fire one Molten Boulder, and it will push the enemies back 55 times in a straight line, slamming them into each other, into whatever in the back, taking burning damage, physical damage, everything, all the way to the end. And it'll just destroy everything. It does like 50,000 DPS if it has the room to do it. That's the thing. That's what makes Molten Boulder decide if it sucks or not, is how much room does it have to knock enemies back. So if you get something like this where you have a big line and a lot of room, it does insane damage, and you can like literally just like throw Molten Boulder down one of these quarters and then just walk away. You guys don't look explosion style. Go to the next quarter, throw a Molten Boulder down, and do the next thing, and just like wipe out this whole place in like 5 casts. And the downside is you have to be a fire elementalist, the fire elementalist druid. But look at this, come on, that's fine. Look at this. And the rockets fed glare, the bugs bursting in their lair, gave proof through the night that the memes were all there. Okay, I said I wasn't going to sing again on screen, but I was wrong. Oh, say does that rockworm. Alright, come here. B.O. I have more B.O. than middle school. By the way, how's my audio quality? Because I never actually set up this this mic here before like this. Just curious how everything's coming across. Like, is my mic quality decent? Am I getting a lot of reverb or anything like that? Are you hearing too many like button clicks or anything? Ooh. Is the balance okay? Check.
It's
Check.
locked.
Oh, it's locked. Alright, let's go to that next level. The game is a bit loud. Okay, I can lower that. Hold on. Desktop audio. Let's just take that down by like 30% there. Alright, hopefully that's better. I should have asked that earlier. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's get down to business. Does Freakazoid have Chairface? No, that was the tick. Like you're saying, that was Chairface Chippendale. Chairface Chippendale on the tick. And his goal was to carve his name into the moon. And what I loved about the tick, I didn't even like the show that much, but so they have this villain whose name's Chairface Chippendale, which don't even get me started on what the hell they're going for with that guy. He's like a mix between Magic Mike and a fucking chair. And his goal was to get everyone to recognize how great he was. So he got a giant laser, and he was going to carve his name into the moon, Chairface Chippendale, the whole thing. And this is like, in the middle of the show, the middle of the series, he's got this plot. So the heroes go, they're going to stop him. He gets his giant super laser out. He gets his carving laser, and he starts shooting at the moon. C, H, A, and then while he's in the middle of the A, that's when the heroes stop him, and they break the laser. But he already carved 3 letters of his name into the moon. Giant, enormous, the size of craters. So for the whole rest of the show, for this entire length of the show, the Tick, whenever it was nighttime and the moon was in the background, the letters of Cha were in the moon, Cha. And I just love that the animator stuck with that the whole series. That Cha was just, they always had to remember that, like, if you ever show the moon in the background at any point, don't forget it's got chair-faced Chippendales. This bad guy that got defeated in like season 4 of episode 4 of season 1. Don't forget that you've got to put a third of his name in the moon in the background, and that's amazing. The live action Tick, I wasn't into it. Some of my family liked that show. I did see a couple episodes. I thought it was okay. I didn't have any strong feelings about one way or another. But man, when shows really commit to a gag, I really appreciate that. Like Arrested Development and Community, both of those shows were always really good with that. Wait, Trellised Armor, this is what I was looking for. Please be 3 sockets. Please be 3 sockets. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, so close. So close yet so far. That's what I wanted. Ugh. I needed 3 socket Trellised Armor. So I'm going for a very specific look on my character. I'm going for the Robin Hood look because Paladin with a bow. And I also need an armor that's got really low strength requirements. And Trellised Armor is exactly... Oh no. Oh, it's a Conviction Bug, is it? Please tell me it's not a Conviction Bug. Okay, here we go. Anyway. So I'm trying to get this Trellised Armor, but it's a very unpopular item type just because of its stats and it's kind of low level. It's like impossible to trade for. I've been all over the trade forums and all that stuff, asking people for. People on Reddit were like, "I will give you one for free if I find it," because everyone knows it's not the kind of item that you would ever keep on purpose. It's like, it's fine, but it's not good enough to like actually you keep. So why would you ever have it available to trade to anyone else? So if anyone watching this has a 3-socket Trellised Armor or thinks that they might get one, I will trade you. It's not worth a lot, but I'll give you something better than what it's worth because, I appreciate the favor. Wow, I've never gotten to the boss this fast in here. I've actually never seen this close. By the way, I believe that Maggot Layer level 3 here is one of the high treasure class areas of the game. But everyone left the game. There was more people. Wait, guys, a unique ring. A unique ring, guys. It's a unique ring. This could be it. This could be the Stone of Jordan. It could be nothing. It's probably nothing good. It's probably another Nagel ring or Mantled Heel. Maybe a decent Ravenfrost. And of course, I don't have any identity scrolls on me, but come on, guys. BoJack Horseman does something similar. Someone takes the D from the Highwood sign, and they had the Hollywood for the rest. Oh, that's funny, man. That's good. See, this is what sucks in controller, picking up small objects. There we go. I'm just gonna drink potions I don't need, just so I can pick up that jewel. Because I had found one 39% damage, 15 IAS jewel early in this game, and that bought pretty much half the items on this character and my assassin. And by the way, I do love playing assassin. Like, people don't get it, especially if they're like new to my channel and my stuff. I've always liked all the stealthy characters, the spy in Team Fortress 2, the assassins in Assassin's Creed, like all that stuff. Like, if it's like cloaky, stealthy bullshit, it's not just EVE Online. I love that shit in every game. I mean, even yeah. So playing assassin in Diablo 2 was like, oh, come on, Fire Immune. Go get him! Jamali. I'm so close to level now. I'm like, I want to find out what this unique ring is, and I want to get a level up. and then I can cut the stream. Although if it's a Stone of Jordan, then I think I'm just gonna cut the stream there. Or like a nice BK ring. Oh no 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 no. Oh, I didn't realize that one of them was unique. Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna get amped. Alright, that's the whole bug space there. Alright, let's find out what this thing is.
Greetings.
I'm like afraid. I'm afraid to look at the ring. I don't want to know what it is. Okay, that's pretty bad. Dwarf Star. Okay, that's respectable. I have no idea if this thing can roll different stats or not, but at least it's not a complete joke of a ring. Okay, all right. Fire absorb. Okay, it's good. Trav runners like that. That's not bad. I'll just store this somewhere in my giant pile of rings that I'll never use. And I give away stuff and I get stuff out of here, but it's still, you just accumulate stuff too fast. And I know some people are like, you don't need to save any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't need to, but I like to, and I like to give stuff away to other players to make them feel happy. All right, let's just hit the next level and call it a night. All right, so let me find a match here. Read description. Bale Chaos Runner will gear you. I don't care about that. Bale runs are too boring. Care about ball runs. MFing MFers. Okay. Act 1 help, please. Bring Pally skills. Hydrax. Bring that claw. Okay. Here's another cow one. Oh no, I didn't click fast enough. Didn't click fast enough. All right, here we go. Yeah, see, the original idea for this build was I was going to... oh, there's already only 3 people. Everyone left already. Did they kill the Cow King or something? Is that it? Whole thing's done? I've never actually tried to kill Mephisto. I mean, I have killed Mephisto's character, but not like as a run. So I'd be like, oh, let's go down to the Durance and fight. Because I don't want those goddamn Stygian dolls getting me. Yeah, and the other problem with down here is like, there's just no, enemies are never like piled up. Okay, some guys just like doing some weird trolling. Why is my... oh my god, my controller is going nuts. Oh, this guy's fire and cold immune. Okay, that explains everything. Yeah, my controller is going absolutely nuts. They're just rumbling. I think it actually just rumbles when you are taking high amounts of damage. So I'm just going to focus on taking other guys out. Hey, this doll hit me and now I am... it triggered my my ability. At some point I had might on an aura, but I'm just like casually hitting this guy with like cold damage. That's really good. Okay, come on, cold damage. And it's cold immune, isn't it? Like, look, like fighting these little guys all spread out one at a time, it's so slow. And I can just like run past them all, but like, I'm never gonna hit a level up if I just run past everything. Now I just run past them. See if I can find Mephisto. Wait, oh, it's the stairs up? Are you kidding me? I always forget what's the rule for fighting Mephisto in here. You gotta follow the wall to the left, is that it? Follow your character's left wall? Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the left wall and see if that leads me to Mephisto. Here we go. There's one of those bastards. I can actually use a healing potion. Alright, here we go. Everyone hates those guys. Everyone hates those little dolls. Alright. Wow, that's a lot of fire. Jeez. On the plus side, I have 85 fire resist, so you know. Oh wow, I'm actually gaining a lot of experience here. Maybe this was a good idea after all. Alright. I take back everything bad I said about the Durance of Hate. I love the Durance of Hate, and I love everyone who lives here, whether they're undead or not. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I got low life. Resurrection! Give me your corpses. Oh, it's because my BO expired. Here we go. Alright, let's see if we can find Mephisto. Clearly, I'm going to level up whenever I kill him or whatever the next big boss pack is. So these dolls don't get me first. Alright, this is going to do it. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Nice. And look at that. Dolls are not even a factor. Alright, we'll kill. We're here. We'll just kill Mephisto. But look, so skills, here's what we gotta know. 5 points in a vitality. Alright, there you go. There you go. So now I have 2,200 life. Put another point in salvation. There's the build guide, everyone. Get more life, get more damage. That's it. You've seen it firsthand. Obviously, the leveling was a lot more complicated than that. You really had to balance how much damage you have versus life, and before you do or don't have a Kuko bow. You know, there's a lot more to it than that. But right now, at this point of the build, it's like it's pretty straightforward. And these dolls just piss everybody off. Luckily, I have a huge amount of life, so, you know. Ooh, arrows. Alright, probably use those. I'm not Hawkeye. I can't deal with having like 5 arrows on me. How many arrows can that guy really carry? Come on, let's be real. No! I'm not fighting you. Take me to your leader. I know Bale's back here somewhere, everyone. Do the Stygian dolls don't get slowed by Holy Priest? Because if so, that makes them even more annoying than they already were. Need an Oak Sage. Yeah. I don't trust Oak Sage to stay alive. Actually, what I would love for this build is a Valkyrie. At some point I was like, I should use that, what's the armor called that gives you an auto Valkyrie every now and then? Peace? Is that what it's called? Anyway. I thought about getting it, but I can't give a 45% increased attack speed. I actually do have a an alternate armor in my... so this is not what I would consider to be the perfect end gear equipment, even though it's very cheap and even though it definitely does the job. There is one even dumber thing with this build that you would not believe until I showed it to you. So when we kill Mephisto, I'll go to town and I'll show you what the final stupid gearing for this is. And the gear itself is very cheap. It's just the things that go in the gear to make it better than what I'm wearing now is not cheap. I'm following the left wall. I'm not seeing any stairs that go to Mephisto, nothing. I'm just seeing getting tickled to death by these death dolls. Get away from me! They actually look pretty terrifying in HD here. In the old school graphics, you really can't even tell they're like these reanimated skeleton children or whatever the hell they're supposed to be, but it is quite apparent in the modern graphics that that's what they're going for. Alright, come on. Leave me alone. Show me the way out. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Alright, I gotta stop and fight them now. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. See, I got cocky. But luckily, on top of being cocky, I also have a lot of life and a lot of fire resist. And my Merc is basically invincible. Look at that. Look at that. Can you look at that tank? Look at this guy. He can tank anything. Look what he has survived. Do you see this? That's insane. And my Merc leveled up. Good job, buddy boy. Alright, here we go. Please tell me the room is here. No, it's not. Nothing's here. Trash is here. Wow, this is actually, yeah, this is pretty good experience here compared to some other places. Come on. Come on. Gotta be back here somewhere. Uh-oh. That's a lot of damage. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Is it called peace? Is that what the arm's called? I feel like it's called peace or prosperity, or it's like a single word that starts with P. Oh, see, that's why I'm taking so much damage, because I didn't have my, See, you gotta hit these guys against a wall, then they get hit by double explosion. That's a secret. Get right next to the place where the explosion hits them twice. I don't need to fight all these guys, come on. Don't need to fight you, don't need to fight you. I swear, it's gonna be the last room I check, right? Oh no, 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 I'm not dying like this. I mean, I very might well die like this. Choosing a corner by undead Stygian dolls. I don't really feel like fighting Mephisto after all this, come on. It's really worth it. You see how many potions I had to go through with that? It's literally gonna be the last room I check. That's what's so infuriating. Like, I know it's gonna be the last room I check. Like, it's already, I've gone through like 80% of the rooms. You got these giant bastards, these tiny baby bastards chasing me. They can't get slowed by Holy Freeze, apparently, because they just hate you that much. I know it's called Durance of Hate, but still. I didn't think it was literal. There you go. There's the stairs. So I guess I did go the right way. It was just a stupidly long way to get here. Portal up, just in case. Health's trying up. Oh, someone already killed Mephisto. I guess I should have seen this coming. Alright, fine. If that's the end of the stream, that's the end of the stream. So, hold on a second. Here's what we're going to do. I just want to get to town and show you what I was talking about. Let me just... Oh, I don't have anything to sell. Wow, that was a really, really terrible run where nothing was gained whatsoever. That was really bad. Alright. By the way, on a controller, if you just press right stick, then it populates. It's fun. Alright, so you see right now I have a helm that gives +2 to all skills, right? And then I got this armor that gives... Basically, the main thing I'm using the armor for is for 45% increased attack speed, right? And yes, it gives me resist. It gives me some resist. That's great. So as a result, I get +2 to all skills, 45% increased attack speed. But the rest of the stats aren't great. They're not that important. There's resist, right? So the real end game of what I'm building towards, which I can't afford, is to use... is to use a Griswold set armor and helmet, okay? Use Griswold set armor and helmet, okay? So what is so special about the set? It's got a lot of sockets. Two things. First of all, you got Griswold armor 3 sockets, the helmet 2 sockets. The armor, as you'll see here, I already dropped 30% increased attack speed in here because 30 plus this is 50, 70. I kind of messed that up. I need 45 in armor. It gives +2 to your defensive auras. It gives some strength, and then that's basically it, right? But if I can get 3 jewels that were like 15 resist all and then 15 increased attack speed, that would give this thing 45 resist all, 45 attack speed, which would make it way better overall in treachery. Like, yeah, you don't get venom, and yeah, the upper limits of the resist aren't as high, but like you don't need that. And then you throw Griswold's Valor on, right? And as a set bonus, if you're wearing 2 of them, it gets +2 to offensive auras. So as a result, you get +2 offense and defense. That's all my skills. It's the same as my current setup, except now I also have 2 more sockets. So I could put 2 fire facets in there. I could put 2 jewels in. You know, I have jewels like this that add fire damage. So you could put 2 fire facets in for 10%. I guess the other thing is if I could get 5% more increased attack speed on my gloves or something like that. Using Immortal King gloves, then I could drop this down to 30% increase attack speed. Then that would leave room for 3 fire facets, would be 15% fire damage, 15% reduced fire enemy resist, and then you get these other bonuses like extra resist, cold absorb, extra chance of finding magic items. Plus it'd be cool because how many people out there are rocking a Griswold set on a bow paladin? Literally fucking nobody. That's no one. Nobody. So that's it. That's the end game. But now I guess I'm level 87. Chip Jamal, Holy Fire Bow Paladin here on US East, and that's it. So everyone, I think I'm going to be closing out the stream with that. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I know this is like a little bit of a detour, but I hope you enjoyed it and see what's going on. And hopefully, if there's anyone out there. By the way, I have. I bought another one of these from somebody. I have like another really good helm for this build. I have a Weisendraw for a cold version of this build in case anyone wants that because it gives a minus 35% enemy cold resist. And it fires magic arrows so you never have to pick up an arrow again. So there's some cool stuff you can do, literally cool. Could totally build that out in the other direction with the cold instead. So yes, thank you so much. Thank you for watching the stream, 0707 everyone, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.